What it is, what it do. Just a little continuation of my top 5 artists going number 2. And this week, I'm talking about Swoope. What it is, what it do, y'all. Man, let's break bread fresh from the oven. What I'm talking about this week is still a continuation of the top 5 artists. This is number 2. His name, he goes by Swoope. Man, I just say I like Swoope a lot because he's very methodical, he's very poetic, and he talks about what's going on in his life. Each album that I've ever heard, the way I've accepted and received it, that he's talking about things that are going on in his life in that moment in real life. I mean, I know there's a lot of artists, majority of artists do that and things like that, but I'm just saying, you know, he's in the genre of musicians that I like, and that's what I take it as. And then he's not just talking about things that are going on in life, but he's also like poetic with it. He's not just so creative, like where he's using his imagination and then using like analogies that you really gotta think to understand what he's saying. But he's like he's like very basic, but you can understand and things like that. And you can actually take it to heart. Like, man, if he went through this and like this, okay, let me break it down to how I'm gonna relate that to my life. I may not have went through exactly what he's went through, but I'm gonna break it down and take out key points, either, you know, save it for later in life if it to happen, or just keep it there just because to share with other people that I come in contact with, or for sure something that's actually going on in my life. I mean, that's what I like about it, and I enjoy listening to his music. And it's like, you know, it's more like a calming kind of like rap style with it. I mean, it's not a whole lot of like high energy, but it's like, you know, very good and smooth to me. That's how I accept it and receive it. And it's like just enjoy it like that, especially when I'm in that mode where I just want to relax, listen to music. Well, I don't want it so quiet where there's nothing playing. You know, sometimes I do need to do that, but anyways, that's what I enjoy about him. I mean, that's the whole general basic idea of it, and then going on to, you know, favorite albums that I like. I know for sure I have like 3 favorite albums, and one all time of that, and one that I have like an all time like is gonna be talking about his tracks that I like on it. And he has actually 3 tracks on it that I really like and enjoy. And the first one that I like is called Sunshine. It's just this one has a good vibe and good energy to it and things like that. Like he had the perfect album name and all that stuff, and the perfect how he created his album, like the colors and things like that, and how he's chilling. It's like, hey, just enjoy life. Let's have sunshine and let our light shine that gives sunshine to somebody else. And it's like, yeah, it's just very encouraging. And just they say, let's keep it moving, let's keep a smile on my face. And like the 3 songs I wanted to talk about is like, man, Never Left, and then, you know, he's shining down and all the time. Like, that's the name of the songs that I really like and enjoy. And that from that album, like, yeah, that's like, yeah, I could listen to that like almost all the time. I haven't listened to it in a while because, you know, there's other good new stuff, but man, when I want to go back to the old albums that I really like. I mean, it's not that old, but, you know, time does move fast. But yeah, I want to go back to that. That's one I go back to. Another one is called Wake Up. Man, that one was real good, because he's just talking about, you know, be alert in life, you know, let your soul be awake, feed your soul, you know, that's very important, your spirit and things like that. And then just like, for sure, just be alert of what's going on in your life, and talking about his life. And yeah, it's just like, there's something that you could talk to your friends about, like if you want to, when you minister to them. That's a good album to use. Yeah, just keep it simple as that. And then the next one that it's like, especially, it's very new. I mean, it came out in 2023, but, you know, I'm glad he's still making some music and stuff like that. I mean, hey, I'd rather him take his time, keep making music than don't make it at all. But I understand if you don't, you know, life moves on, you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, you know, the name of this album is called We Go On, and it was just talking about how someone in his life, you know, passed away, and he's just talking about how he's getting through life and going on. And I could tell, like, when he created the album, he was still going through those emotions and those feelings, but he wanted to, you know, put it out in the world, let show how he's overcoming it, what you can do to overcome it, and then just keep going on with life the best that you can. And it's very real emotional. Like the other album before that, I don't have the album name and stuff, but he was talking about his relationship with his wife and things like that. So it's just very awesome. And then just going from there and just like talking about this album called We Go On. Like the best part that I like about it was on the first track, when you first start, he has like a guest speaker speaking, and he has like an analogy and things like that. And I was giving one example of it when he's just talking about coffee, and just going from there and just breaking it down and just using that through his album. It was like, that was like my most favorite part, and listen to his verses and songs, and how they connected and resonated with one another and things like that. It was just very cool, very awesome. And I definitely would say to go check that one out, especially if you're going through something in life where someone has, passed away, to help you get through it and things like that. He's not like preaching to you, telling you what to do, but he's just also just saying what he did. And it's very raw and emotional and things like that. It might bring up some emotions back if you listening to that, a couple of tracks and things like that. Just give you a heads up, but I definitely recommend that one for that kind of situation. So, thank you for your time. Now let's go grind. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm eating.